Yikes. It's been a nightmare of an afternoon. Trying to get some of this stuff figured out. Oh man, it sounded a whole lot like Duelyst was about to crash on me. I would have lost it. Alright, so the age of disjunction. I'm just curious about this whole thing, really. Well, maybe I should play some matches and then wait for people to join. I'm not sure. So before the dawn of the modern age, a stellar alignment sent a star seed from the depths of space colliding into the planet Mithrin. Alright, so the gist of that is the entire planet was split up into continents because of this... Because they had a supercontinent, a Pangea, if you will, and that was split up into Celandine, which is green, and the Lionar Kingdom, and then the arid, desolate continent of Akrum would become home of the Vitruvian Empire. Akrum. What is that? I don't know. Become the home of the Vitruvian Imperium. The shattered, broken chasms of Styxis would become the home of the Abyssian host. The primordial volcanic continent of Magari would become the home of the Magmar aspects. In the far reaches beyond the White Mountains, white spelled with a Y and an E at the end. Well, no, it's always spelled with an E at the end. I digress. Behind the White Mountains, Halcyon would become the home of the Vanar kindred, though kindred they are not. I could hear something. So the collision transformed the climate. Obviously some people were worse off than others. Essentially what had happened was a giant seed that would become the Great Tree of Eos had a massive Superman-style crash landing and turned into the illustration that we'll see, I believe, in the next portion. Let's also look at that world map, eh? I wish I knew how to get through this quickly. There's so many places on here. Anyway, let's see if I can remember that properly. We had White Mountains, so over there is the Vanar. Over here, yeah, I don't actually remember, never mind. Whoops. Let's go and look at the pretty tree that we'll hopefully see soon. But yeah, basically, big ol' seed crash landed into Earth, broke up the mega continent that was there, the factions that we knew and love and hate were kingdomed. They're kingdomed hard, and post-seed, the world resembled an apocalypse a lot, but eventually 10,000 years later, everyone overcame and was able to fight again. Each other. I don't know. There it is. Pretty tree. So the Great Tree of Eos grew as well, drawing magical energies from the planet's core and sprouting prismatic leaves that scintillated in the starlight that they absorbed for nourishment, blah blah blah. Stunning harmonic aurora. By the way, I looked it up, it's not a card, which was shocking to me. A stunning harmonic aurora permanently painted the skies, and the Great Tree exploded with spectacular mana blossoms. Oh, neat, so that's where we get mana. It's because 10,000 years after the birth of the Great Tree, it bloomed. Yeah, I'm willing to accept that magic comes from a tree. So each petal carried a direct connection to the tree. So around the mana tiles, those are petals. Let me make sure. Each petal carried a direct connection to the Great Tree. Not only did the creatures they touched gain the energy to channel the planet's arcane energy, but the Great Tree itself gained the power to see through their eyes. Objects that were touched turned into crystallized nodes of magical energy with brilliant colors reflecting... Okay, so prism cards. Reflecting the metals and minerals they contained. The petals nurtured and accelerated a multitude of creatures and plants, both sentient and not. Look at you, Vanar. Sentient and not. You and your freaking many different types of walls. It's not fun. So at the end of the first Great Blooming, the Great Tree of Eos returned to a state of rest to rebuild its magical energy, but not before 13 perfect petals drifted to the volcanic region of Magari, blah blah blah. They became the Magmar? Wait, there's only 13 of them then? No, that doesn't make sense. They probably just, went forth and multiplied and stuff. Wait, these 13 males though. So, well, I don't know, you can... There are species of animals that have only one gender and still sexually reproduce, so I don't know anything actually. Come on. Ah, no. Alright. So those have become the Magmar. I feel like that is an insanely peaceful beginning for those lizard boys. But after the touch of Eos, the Magmar lived for hundreds of years. They also gained... Hundreds of years, gosh. They do seem to survive too long. They also gained the ability to return to the chrysalis and be reborn anew, making them virtually immortal. I would say that effectively makes them immortal, not virtually. Without their queen mother, they could not reproduce, but they were not leaderless. Over time, a Magmar named Valknu became their alpha. Valknu, as their prime foci, discovered a way to save the Magmar's deepest memories as a gift to their future selves. Dance of Dreams. Reinterpretation of it. Solitary yet spontaneous, focused on simplicity and the wonders of nature, and detached from personal desires. So they're monks. Wait, the Magmar are monks? The Magmar, they're not angry? Or they weren't, probably before the events of more story. Learn to be still and commune with the Great Tree of Eos, sometimes spending several kalpas, hundreds of years. Just say hundreds of years then. It's okay. To achieve dialogue with it. Thus, they learned about the Great Blooming and began to worship and celebrate Eos as the ultimate bringer of birth, growth, and rebirth. When meditating together and bonding with the Great Tree, the 13 aspects could see out in the world and even glimpse the ephemeral tapestry of time. Ooh, they're oracles. I lost my place. I really lost my place, oh well. But doing so cost them their individual identity, their sense of self. Ultimately, they were unable to achieve complete ascension, or see more than a hint of the future. Thus, they were cursed to forever repeat their lives, never fully controlling their own destiny. So then why do it? Why bother? Stop meditating at the tree. You found out that the knowledge isn't that fun. Well, I guess, if you have an entire... all the time to do it, then it's not that huge of a deal, but... Still, I think they should learn how to play Duelyst. So, during the second Great Blooming... Oh, there was a second Great Blooming, but how long? The Great Tree of Eos once again released its magical petals into the winds. So, the Vermilion Forest. Nice. Pokemon. Where they touched an intelligent race of humanoid creatures of crimson-orange hair. Ah, soulless but intelligent, yeah. They called themselves the Astari, or Children of the Ineffable Flame. What does ineffable mean? I have a guess, contextually. Too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. The word ineffable does not sound like it would mean that. Sounds like someone, like, it's just probably not worth the fuck, you know? So, within a few... The Astari had a natural proclivity for wielding and channeling arcane energies, but it manifested differently in the males and the females. Astari females were better able to focus and channel magic in a continuous, sustained stream they called the binding. They could concentrate and move objects far longer than the males. Conversely, the males could amplify the intensity of magic, but this is definitely going to be the, Songhai. This is Songhai. They're very forgettable, even with how powerful they are. I don't know how that is. At least to me. I don't know. But the surging consumed magical power rapidly. So they're talking about the teleportation. For some Astari males, however, the surging fed an innate, insatiable desire for more, to reach higher highs, to achieve greater feats, to rise above the world. But the highest levels of arcane mastery were only attainable through the power of the crystals, which enabled them to achieve both great intensity and endurance. Most became dependent on the energy of the crystals, unable to accept their natural limitations and return to their mundane lives. Oh, so it's like meth. The insatiable hunger for more magical power eventually consumed their everyday thoughts. Interesting. Still trying to get over the fact that the Magmar are monks. Maybe it was the wrong class. Maybe I was reading about the wrong class. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. So then we here have... Oh, what is it saying? Oh shoot, that's still saying that, really? Jesus. Alright. Sorry, I'm changing stream title right now. What? Alright. And Duelyst. There we go. Using alliteration. I hope that works. Oh, damn it. Here we go. I'm just goofing today. That was insane. Straight up goofing. cool, I just found... Sorry, I was looking at a file right now. But I'll get it back. We're getting right back to our lore. I want to make it through the 10th one, and then I want to play some matches and stuff. So, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Real quick. Does anyone know what the fuck I'm looking for, like, right now? Oh, there's your phone. What am I looking for? I'm sure that I'm looking for something. I just wish I remembered exactly what that was. I have no idea. Hopefully I did what I... Was I gonna look over here? Maybe? I have no idea. That's right, I remember now. My memory is so bad that it's probably not funny, honestly. But we'll laugh anyway, because the sense of impending doom that comes down if I truly consider the consequences of my terrible memory, well, that's just too much. Where is it? I'm trying to find this damn overlay. For me, a personal overlay. Specifically allows me to, it's just a transparent chat overlay, so I don't have to keep looking over at the damn screen. So it will ultimately improve the experience. Ideally. There's version 4. Come on. Extract all, right here. Oh, it's taking forever. Where is it? Da 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 da. And then I'm actually gonna split up I'm gonna split up the lore a little bit more than that, actually, because I want to be able to make it to 10, I think, by the end of the stream, to the 10th one, and maybe, hopefully, at some point we'll get some discussion going about it, but I also want to play some games in between, do my daily quest for today, so, we'll see if we're able to accomplish all my goals. Just kidding. I'll stay on here until they're done. Here we go. Set chat fade for 10 seconds, I think. We will... Yeah, we'll hide the border, blah, blah, blah. Now I have the correct one. The other one, for some reason, was just not playing along very well. Chat overlay. In case I sound like I'm freaking rambling. Okay. So we just finished with the Astari Spark. These are cool little tidbits with just amazing illustrations. Good writing. Great illustrations. Great writing. I don't know. While most of Mithrin's creatures dwelt on the surface, some that sought refuge underground during the cataclysm I can say this word. The cataclysm of the star seed's impact simply never returned. Nevertheless, the magic petals of the great tree of Eos found their Stygian world as well, drifting down into the dark crevasses and shattered chasms of the continent Styxus. Styxus. There they transformed a subterranean world of stone into a wondrous nexus of luminous crystals that extended throughout the vast network of caverns. If any of you guys have ever read Artemis Fowl, that is what that reminds me of right there. What is this? Okay. And just now I'm trying. I do like this lore a lot. No, I'm gonna have to go back and talk about Magmar though, because that just doesn't seem to fit. Or have I just not looked at their cards closely enough? I don't know. So, the iridescent petals also found a pale snake-like race of sentient creatures called the Inxicra, or the Formless Faces. Adapted over the millennia to their underground world, these scaly albino predators released clouds of psychoactive toxins that paralyzed and controlled their prey. I bet you off the top of your head you can't guess or think of any cards, any specific card that just fits, that just meets that criteria. Seems like there's a bunch. They explored the surface only at night and showed no desire to cross the vast, swirling oceans, separating them from Mithrin's other developing civilizations. The underworld was deadly and treacherous, and the creatures that were adapted to it were equally so. I like that. The echoing depths offered immense treasures as well. Ancient crystals formed, smoky purple gems that formed alongside the plant-like inkhorn, black amethyst that accompanied dark creep moss, and even the rare ghost azaleas and their potent concentrated magical energies. The Inxicra had learned that these crystals would imbue them with properties of their prey through a transformative ritual they called Krazul. During each shedding cycle, the Inxicra created ever deadlier forms of themselves, incorporating the most lethal elements of their previously consumed prey. Deathwatch. Over time, as the Inxicra continued to absorb their prey, the species began to diverge. The males sought as quarry the most dangerous predators, and grew more and more vicious with each generation. I'm trying to see where that's going. The females hunted not for sport, but to feed themselves and their young. While they could be devastatingly violent in defense of their brood, they never developed the Krazul heightened malevolence of the males. Interesting. And probably just true in general. Of the males. There's not, so that divergence is interesting. Off the top of my head, that's gotta be, because geographically the Vanar are over yonder. So what could that be that I'm clearly not seeing right now because I'm too tired? I can't, I don't know. Let's play match real quick and then come back to the lore. And maybe, maybe play... We haven't read about Vitruvians yet, so... But we have read about Songhai. There we go. I have the hardest time remembering that name. I've been playing this game for a year. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm probably just losing my mind, so. I'm gonna have to force myself to play some more of these other dudes, though, now that I'm reading the lore and starting to, you know, give a stuff about it. Oh, I'm fucked. Too elite for many. I don't know if that's someone I faced before, but I've got this. Totally got this. Yeah. Right then. So that's a dumb fucking... It's a weird thing to play. I don't like it. I exhaust myself, I really do. But I can't afford the burn of that card. So, we're just gonna throw it at her. I'm sure that she thinks I'm dumb already. But, getting her to kind of lower her guard, yeah, she thinks she's the beatdown. She doesn't even know. I'm... She doesn't realize I'm not qualified to be able to tell whether or not I should be attacking. So. Oh god, I hate this. Whatever. Wait. Nope, can't do that now. It's alright, we'll do this. And who else is on? Oh, just everyone amazing at this game. Awesome. Yeesh. We've got yeah, I didn't hate that move. And I actually don't despise anything enough in my deck right now to be mulling for other stuff, because with what the other stuff that I know is in this deck, I don't want to see it yet. Necessarily. Okay. You don't have a trial, do you? No, okay. I swear. I'm never gonna get to do anything fun if I just... whatever. Clear the board! Clear the board, it says. How did that one get clicked on even? Was that a lag thing? I seriously, honestly cannot tell. That had to be a lag thing. Because I was going for my stupid Sunset Paragon, which would have been perfect in that moment. Perfect. Oh man, I'm so pissed. That's so stupid. Oh man. What the hell is Lesser Water Ball? I've never been so glad to misplay in my life. True story. Okay, we'll stay on this defensive right now. I hope I just fucked with so many plans, though. That's always the goal. Jeez. Okay. Riftwalkers are nasty, right? Yeah. I guess it's just gonna come down to how many of those she's gonna. Where's that combo? That was dumb. Weird. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why they did what they did. Because it seems odd to me. But then again... What do I know? What do I know? Oh, shoot, that's right. They did it because I had my little dork back there. I totally forgot about that. I looked away for a second. Hearth Sister. What is going on? What is going on? What'd she just do? Resummon. Oh, God, that sucks. Did she just make them into little Kanim Kas? Ugh, Disgusting. Alright. Well, let's see, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. See if we get lucky. I didn't get lucky, I'll tell you that, but... Dork! No, I can't summon it. Why am I still trying at this point? That's what I need to ask myself. To fucking win! There needs to be an app for this where I can see if I've actually played against someone at some point in the distant past. Wow, they'd already disconnected and everything, man. Insane. What, no tip? Whatever. Faggot. Man, no one will ever advertise on my stream because of my language. I swear. Why is that doing that? What is going on with that? This was going so much. Why is that looking so bad? I don't get it. Sorry, this is driving me crazy. This was looking great. What changed? Besides everything in this room. Maybe if I turn off that light? I have no idea if that'll help. With why that's so flickery. I want to imagine that just helped, so. We're gonna say it did. Alright. Oh, that's right. We're gonna go back to the lore real quick. No, actually, I'm also gonna fix my camera because that's stupid. It's being dumb. Okay. Okay. Just because I turned off my camera does not mean that I turned off my mic, so stop the grunting. Let's get this thing off of the microphone stand efficiently and conveniently for several days now. Come on. Donkey Kong. Oh my, hey, Morgan is me, by the way. It's... Yeah, I knew that, actually. I think I... Morgan is me. Yeah. I am remembering this now. You sent me a replay, you gotta watch it immediately? Right away, sir. No, I will watch it, though. Whew. Wait, that depends. What faction is it, actually? I don't know. Fuck. Ooh, that's a glass of water. Magmar. Is it rebirth? If it's a rebirth thing... I just don't... I have a hard time bringing myself to give a shit with those. It's just never seemed like a fun mechanic to me. No, it's not rebirth. Okay. Well, in that case, I'd be happy to watch it, yeah. After bitching and moaning at you a couple times first, I have a whole vetting process for that. No, I mean, that's the first time I've ever bitched about that. I just knew that if I'm gonna watch a Magmar replay... There's actually a video on my channel somewhere. There's a VOD that I've managed to keep up there for almost a year now. Wow, you can send replays in the chat. When did that happen? That's called the Great Abyssian Pissing Contest, and put simply, that's the kind of shit that I hate watching. What is that? Whenever you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions. New? I remember those. No, I don't. Hold the fuck up. Hey, Master Cooper! Alright. What is going on there? Pterodon? Get all three. God, Man Forger. Blood Rage. Heat Furnace. Right. Alright, so let's look at this turn that we got going on here. What is this Catalyst Cool Beast thing? Is that new? I need to learn the actual, you know, the symbols for each of the expansions. Assuming that they're on there. Whenever this minion takes damage, deal that much damage to all nearby minions. Yeah. You guys filled the board between the two of you pretty damn fast. So... Oh, man. If I want to start playing Magmar, oh, it's gonna be so steep for me. I should probably just give up the ghost and make a new account if I want to do that. There's an egg. Bye-bye that thing. Alright. Thumping Wave. Give minion +5 attack. Looked like that looks like Will Smith in Aladdin. He turned it into bunnies. Three-kin? Three-kin. Oh my god, it actually is bunnies! I couldn't see it through all the, well, lag and green. Yes, smack each other in the face. Do it. Ah, damn it. Okay. I'm so... Cast 7 spells? Man. Earth Sister Taget. Blood of your alchemist. What did you do? You procced that... whatever the hell it was called. Not procced. That's not the right word. You made it mad. Oh my god. That's disgusting. Oh man. That was nasty. Oh gosh. You belong with the freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because you need to go live in a goddamn sewer. Man. Oh man. Yeah, my heart would have dropped out my asshole if someone had done that to me. Jeez. Now I need to figure out how to get into Magmar again. I should just make another account, right? I don't feel like doing that. Not even one bit. That sounds like a lot of work. The mighty balloon. Let's see. Dang, what happened to Blob? Blob used to wreck. Trying to see how many of these people are still up here. Hey, wait. Have you read the lore? Moggin. Cracks. Cracks Mog. Have you read the lore at all for Magmar? Okay, well, even if you're in a match or whatever, you have to listen to my talking, okay? About well, I'm gonna give you this is all lore right here. So, you'll try not to mute me immediately. Wow, wait. You know, I'd never actually considered the fact that that's a real option when I'm just babbling and bitching at people. Don't mention that you can mute again. That would be terrible if people started doing that. Oh, okay, that's why that's doing that. Sorry, adjusting something real quick, and then to the lore, because you're gonna be shocked about the true nature of Magmar. Well, at least the true nature up until the point in the lore that we've read. There we go. So, yeah, but there's a ton of it. I guess this is what the people who get English degrees and don't suck do. And by that I mean people who can write and stuff on a harsh-ass deadline. So, Age of Dysfunction. Alright. So, basically, the beginning of the lore is once upon a time, there was a planet. The planet had one massive continent, and life forms. Well, yeah. And then, this is paraphrasing quite a bit, but, a seed from space comes and crashes into the atmosphere and yeets the fuck out of everything, causing that one megacontinent to split into, going back to the first one, I think it was 5. 7. I said 5 on the off chance that it wasn't 7, because I really actually thought it was 7. So it splits into 7 different continents, much like something else, except we don't have an awesome seed thing going on with our planet so much, just plate tectonics, which is boring. But big old magic seed crashes into the planet, splits up that megacontinent into 7 pieces, and on those pieces, what do you think happens? Well, the factions, their evolution happens, and hardships happen, and just scores of horrible disasters and stuff that are subsequent to the entrance of this seed character. Like apocalypse stuff, and then except for Lionar actually gets to have the best continent because it's just grassy, temperate weather where they can form a nice little kingdom. They're white people, okay? But everyone else has it pretty bad off. Except that Magmar don't really exist yet. White privilege. That's where you jump in? Fine. So, except for Magmar, everything is kind of just spread around, and everyone becomes a product of their environment. By the way, the seed becomes the great tree of Eos, and the story of these factions, I assume, fighting really begins 10,000 years after it entered the damn atmosphere and yeeted everything. So, it has a great blooming, and the great blooming causes petals from the flowers it has to go and scatter throughout the land like so much compost. Except that's where, like, on those petals is the mana in the game. So, it's not a mana tile. It's a mana petal. Well, if you want to be pedantic and probably wrong, you could call it that, but anyway, I digress. There are 13 perfect petals that drifted to the volcanic region of Magari. They landed on the exposed metallic chrysalides of the males of a rare species of sentient drake-like creatures protected by iridium exoskeletons. And so deep within the volcanic mountain, untouched and untransformed, their queen mother would die alone, forever removed. So the species is going to die out because they're the only female's gone. But then 13 of them are just kind of spared by these petals that floated to them and grant them immortality. But weird immortality. You'll see. Not that there's actually any kind of what I would consider typical immortality. The rise of the Magmar aspects. So after they had been touched by the petal parts, the Magmar lived for hundreds of years, but not forever. But they also gained the ability to return to the chrysalis and be reborn anew, making them virtually, but I think effectively immortal. And because they can't actually reproduce, they just, like, that's just their species now. It's just the 13 of them living for a few hundred years and then dying and being reborn. And they're phoenixes. They're phoenixi. Yeah, they're just really scaly phoenixes. What is the plural of phoenix? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But they have an alpha. That doesn't matter at all as far as I can tell. They kind of reincarnate. So they re-experience and reinterpret their memories in a process known as the Dance of Dreams in order to preserve their memories, yada yada yada. So they're like these incredibly wizened creatures who live entirely too long. They just got a great, buff from the beginning. As odd as their story is, and as, sad as it is that none of them will ever reproduce or whatever, they're, what a buff, So they get to keep all of the knowledge from previous cheating. And then they kind of just develop philosophy, and they become really harmonious Buddha-type things. Focused on simplicity and the wonders of nature, and they're the only ones that live really in harmony with anything. Magmar. Yeah, I'm still talking about Magmar. And they just kind of sit in a circle around this damn tree. I don't know if they're holding hands and singing Kumbaya, but they meditate, and they can, like, see through time and stuff. And I hate it. I hate this story for them as much as I love it. And they're just the 13 aspects sitting around this damn tree, glimpsing, and they even glimpse the ephemeral tapestry of time, but doing so costs them their individual identity and their sense of self. Ultimately, they were able to achieve complete ascension or see more than a hint of the future. Thus, they were cursed to forever repeat their lives, never fully controlling their own destinies. They're not just, like, mad smart. They're totally misrepresented by their animations. Like, have you ever seen... Yes, you have, because you play... That was a dumb question in the first place. But, you know the animation's like... like, it's Hulk mad plus claws and scales. But no, they're just these... There's only 13 of them, and they're in just this meditative-ass tree dudes who... Like, they're Buddhist, right? They accept... They're kind of cursed to keep attaining nirvana without actually getting to proceed from there. So they're about as enlightened as they can get. But they just repeat their lives over and over. Smart, scaly, peaceful boys living in hell. Love it. Shocked the crap out of me. Oh, and to the surprise of no one, the Songhai are meth addicts. And the emergence of the Inxicra is where we left off. So, let's check out this emergence thing. Man, that Magmar stuff, though. I mean, it changes the way I look at the entire, at their entire faction. Because now I can't help but look at the cards and think, how fucking stupid is it that the lore behind this does not represent what's going on at all? Besides the rebirth thing. I don't even know if I can make an argument for growth. But it's okay, because, like, I don't think that anyone actually reads the lore. That's why we're doing that today, because I just knew I need to stream today to get myself back in a habit. And, I thought that people might not actually come into the stream if I was saying that I was gonna read lore, but thus far nothing discourages you people from getting your drops. Which is incredible. So yeah, just going back and forth between lore and the ladder. Juggernaut is Mega Hulk. Juggernaut is also disgusting. Alright, so the emergence of the Inxicra. Actually, let's back up a second, because there has been almost, an entire match in between. What the hell, did I back out of the Codex entirely? What the fuck? There has been an entire match in between the last time we read lore, so let's just go ahead and refresh on that paragraph here. So during the Second Great Blooming, because now there's a Second Great Blooming, which ostensibly happens... Oh, it did happen another 10,000 years later. The Great Tree of Eos released its magical petals, blah, 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 blah. And this time the petals went and was like, redheads. And the redheads were like, neat. And they noticed that the female redheads, they're called Astari. The Astari females were able to, like, focus and channel together, and they were able to do magic much more continuously and in a sustained fashion. So they move objects. Hold on, what's... Yeah, so it seems like Riva and the first Songhai general, that they should have their BBSs swapped based on this lore. Kalios, thank you. Sorry, I've been watching so much Game of Thrones, like, name vocab is just, it's hard. You understand. Kalios and Riva should probably have their bloodbounds swapped if that's the case. Given that they just said right there that the Astari females could move shit, but the Astari males, were all about... I'm trying to find something that sums it up a little bit better than all of the sentences. They want more power, they're insatiable, and they become dependent on the energy of the crystals. Blah, blah, blah. They're just more aggressive. And even with the heart seeker arrow dorks being ranged, that's still more aggressive than, let me teleport you a couple steps. So, yeah, those bloodbounds should be swapped. And I'm not sure why they are like that. It's probably for a reason, though, considering that is diametrically opposed to what is written. So that's what happened previously. So while most of all living things on Mithrin, which is the name of the planet, some of them decided to go underground. Even though this artwork does not seem to... Well, no, if they really want them to be glowing rocks, as they mention later. Just seems a little too glowy. So some things live underground. They scary. Um, Snake-like race of sentient creatures called the Inxicra, or the Formless Faces. They are this species, race, culture, whatever. They're scaly and they've adapted to their underground world and they're like scaly. They're albino. They're albino. Yeah, they're albino. Whatever, sure. And they release clouds of, wow, it looks like LSD, psychoactive toxins that paralyzed and controlled their prey. They are sensitive to daylight. They're vampires. They're vampires who throw pocket sand at people. And they have no real desire to explore beyond their horizons, even though it's suggesting here that the other cultures and races or whatever around Mithrin do so. They do the nice little Christopher Columbus thing and sail across and be like, "Hey, people." But these guys are super comfortable just staying where they are, even though it's deadly treacherous and the creatures that adapted to it were equally so. A few things that it says the Echoing Depths offered in return for them becoming scaly vampires with pocket sand. They have smoky purple gems that formed along the plant-like inkhorn, black amethysts that accompanied dark creep moss, and even the rare ghost azaleas and their potent concentrated magical energies. So that's the first time I think that we've actually seen cards mentioned in here. Like by name. Black amethysts that accompanied dark creep moss and blah blah. So they had learned that the crystals would imbue them with the properties of their prey through a transformative ritual they called Krazul. And during each shedding cycle, the Inxicra created even deadlier formers, so it's Death Watch. Or like absorption or whatever. The most lethal elements of their previously consumed prey, they absorb their prey, and then this is interesting to me. It says the species begins to diverge. The female hunted not for sport, but to feed themselves, whereas the males became super duper aggressive and just they had to eat other things. Became more vicious of each generation. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where it's like where they have the totally split species. They just do the robot thing. They had those robot drone things for impregnation or whatever. It's like, the girls come in here and they live in this utopia or whatever, and the boys, they play outside. So, while the females could hunt and such, they could be devastatingly violent in defense of their brood. They never developed the Krazul heightened malevolence of the males. Choo-choo-choo. Moving on. Bum bum bum. Pretty sure we're on to the First Empire now. I am so proud of this community. Alright. So, sheltered from danger in the central crater of God's Heel, the Astari lived for centuries in peace and harmony. No competition. They had found their niche. Except, it's not really a niche because there was just no competition. Their population thrived, they prospered. Isolated villages and towns and sanctuary plains is a place that, yeah. So during this age of wonder, creativity, they made art, magic, a lot of specializations, society. As society will happen when it's allowed to flourish as such. They had a school, Seventh Sanctum, and that was their school, as I have already said. 7 disciplines. School of Knowledge. School of Knowledge? Seriously? School of Knowledge? Like, I've heard that phrase before even. Maybe in Wizards 101. No, never mind. School of Knowledge? Alright. The Alcuin Order, first line of the Lore Masters, was established to further a deeper understanding of the world. And the rest of them were just school. Whatever. Seems a bit redundant. Yeah, so they're the Jesuits, I guess. Um, School of Harmony, the Swords of a Crane, and the Twin Crescents both refined various forms of swordsmanship, harmoniously blending magic with bodily. They're dancing with swords. That's what that sentence means. The School of Timelessness. Trippy. They smoke a lot of weed at that school. Or it's implied. After years of intense meditation, the Chakri avatars learned to commune with the Great Tree. How did they get through the Magmar sitting in their circle? I guess in my mind the Magmar are holding hands. I don't know. It's like they're definitely not holding hands around Eos, but so I'm just trying to picture these little tiny Chakri avatars going through and being like, hey, we want to commune with the tree too. It's like, this tree is the greatest shit ever. School of Timelessness, for the win. We love our house. They could heighten their state of power almost indefinitely and see visions of the past and the future. School of Selflessness. Starting to sound a little bit like that one book, Divergent. The first shield masters, protectors and defenders of the people, were focused on piety, integrity, honor, and mutual respect. Alright. Visions of the past and future, like the three-eyed raven. Oh, I'll be right back, y'all. Just kidding, I can't roll my eyes back in my head. School of Knowledge? I can't. Yeah, I can. But, so the Shield Masters are paladins or whatever. School of Power is Slytherin. Artificers and songweavers learn to concentrate the power of crystals and imbue inanimate objects with their energy, creating powerful artifacts and magical items. Oh. Fuck them. I'm kidding. School of Dreams. Astari Mistwalkers and Aethermasters develop the ability to astral phase through alternate micro dimensions. This is a microaggression. Cast illusions and summon creatures. Neat. So, like, Conjurers. School of Order. The Arcanists harness the power contained within magical components and scripts and blah blah blah. They have lots of stuff. And they discovered spells to enhance one's natural abilities and made the Sundrop Elixir and Aurora's Tears. So, who would have thought the Lion are so disciplined as to have something called the School of Order? During this Age of Wonder, the first Astari chroniclers explored the mountains beyond their central continent, recording all they discovered. The Age of Wonder also saw the Magmar grow into their rightful role as Mithran's protectors. I'll repeat that. The Magmar grow into their rightful role as Mithran's protectors to meditate, interpret, and guide the Astari leaders. Ah. I can't be the only one man, that really knocked me on my butt to hear that the Magmar are a meditative crew. Wild. Alright, one more and then back to another game and then back to the lore. What the hell did I just read, though? Oh yeah, First Empire, so we're on number 7 now. The darkness gnaws below. Ooh, that's an ominous-looking thing. So, the Astari Age of Wonder was flowering on the surface of Mithran. A more sinister development was unfolding beneath them. The Inxicra had embraced their role as the apex predator of the underworld. How fucking hard is it to be the apex predator? Like, I'm assuming that it's like them and then a bunch of animals. Like, it's not a whole bunch of other sentient life down there, right? Is that how you guys are picturing it? It's like, of course, they would be the humans on Earth in that case, but underground and other creatures. So the Inxicra had embraced their role as apex, and their supremacy was unquestioned. Their thirst to exercise it became unquenchable. They could have summed up that paragraph with, they underground and they evil. Powered by the magic of the crystals of the black amethysts, the Krazul transformation that followed each act of predation not only conferred on the Inxicra the strengths and abilities of their prey, ooh, it flooded the predators with physical pleasure that bordered on ecstasy. Sounds a lot like meth. Over time, this magnified and exaggerated their primal, that flanderization happened. The male Inxicra and the female Inxicri, that's the first time that word's been mentioned, okay, y'all? That is the first time we have seen the evidently female version of that word. Like, we made it through an entire other chapter about the Inxicra. Not word was not in there at all. So I feel like that was a spur of the moment decision. They're like, you know what? That's a pronoun now. Anyway, but they both came to be driven by an insatiable, all-consuming hunger for the feeling of youthful rejuvenation that came from killing. Yeah. We all have that sometimes. Gnawing, addictive power of the crystals and their growing scarcity, blah, blah, blah. So it's like opioid epidemic, but aggressive. So a system of rigid castes was established to create order, preserve the crystals, and to help the Inxicra survive and remain preeminent in a world fraught with danger and dwindling resources. So actually, it is kind of impressive that, given what I would assume is a huge amount of infighting and selfishness going on because of this deep-seated addiction, that they were able to kind of stay on top of whatever tumultuous underworld that they claim to rule. So, okay, I can see how that would be impressive. You know, it's like, hold on, guys, we have the society just hard enough to make sure that they know that they suck. Which oftentimes is the motivation, isn't it? Yeah. The elation and the rush of killing and transformation became a ritual. They became even more rapacious. Male Inxicra became increasingly defined by an ethos of cruelty. An ethos of cruelty. Less sentient creatures and captured enemies from raids became slaves or playthings. And then, including their less evolved cousins, the Serpenti, which the Inxicra often transformed into the tortured darkspine elementals and familiar, like, wraithlings. Oh my god, the wraithlings were Serpenti at one point? The darkspine elementals were Serpenti? Serpenti? Don't at me. But, that's... Serpenti. Right. We're gonna call them serpents now. The serpents got so tortured and so magicked and so abused by these bloodthirsty addicts of the underworld that they transformed into wraithlings. I think I have, in my photos album, I have an up-close picture of wraithlings that I have from the Duelyst art kit, which you can get on the Duelyst website. I highly encourage it, because it's not a downgrade. Swarm, okay? No, it's a real downgrade. I highly recommend going and just downloading that art kit that they have, because you can look through and see so much stuff that never would normally get a chance to appreciate in the game. So if you're into that, I'm real into that. We can be into that. We can talk about... Nah, it's not really much to discuss. We just look at it. It's art. Just look at it. If you want to interpret it, shut up, Mel. Okay. So, the male Inxicra became increasingly defined by ethos of clarity, blah, 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 and they became... it's crazy. Serpent to wraithlings. Meanwhile, the female Inxicri, second time that word's been used, grew more social, they were gossiping, and increasingly repulsed by the Inxicra's random brutality, so they became so pronounced in their differences that they became two separate species. Just like in the Rick and Morty episode I referred to earlier. Kind of. Because obviously fertility, but whatever. My point stands, whose only contact was to perpetuate their species. Okay, well that's not the biological definition of species, obviously. To be separate species, you can't be able to reproduce. So, fuck it. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna go play a match right now, and then we're gonna go back to that. That's so messed up. That is so messed up. I love it. Do you guys hear how that music just disappeared there for a full 5 seconds? That's a different kind of lag. So yeah, we'll play Lilith for this one. Man, it's kind of good to do this, huh? When you say lag, are you talking about Duelyst? Or are you talking about, like, latency on my stream, or, like, actual lag on my stream? Yeah, just Duelyst? Just Duelyst? Yeah, okay. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is literally amazing. I have this plugged into an Ethernet thing, so it's actually not Wi-Fi. The Flame Scream. Furiosa. Breath the Unborn. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I really wish I knew what was going on with lag. I wonder, if it's a server side thing and in my region we're just connected through different servers? Not sure. What part of the world do you live in? Wow, that was agonizing. You live in the United Kingdom. Well, I can't imagine a scenario where the UK has better Wi-Fi, so... Just kidding. Oh, jeez, it's just getting worse. What the hell? And everything else is fine. Yeah, it really is. Man, this is just a sign that I should have... stayed reading the lore. X. Come on, land! Oh, this is bad. Yeah, this is... What the what? Reinstall. Do you really think that... Oh, you know what? I bet it's all the scripts, though, that I have going on here. Delete System 32. Okay. So... Come on, go back there. This sucks. Good God. And I'm already getting the, like, burning the rope down. It sucks. This sucks so much. Just let me... I didn't even get to hit the damn general. I'm just like, pissed. But then again, I have no control over this. So it's like, super duper not my fault. I can misplay all I want, and y'all will never know. This is my chance to suck. Which also means it's my time to shine. Nope, sorry. Even positive thoughts isn't making this better. This sucks. Room temperature iced coffee. This is the worst. Move back! Oh, I hate this. You guys must be hating it too, though. At least I'm able to zone into it. It's just... like, into actually playing. Oh. I just wanna... bomb this game. And I never even got to use Furiosa. Fuck. I haven't had more than one Ephemeral Shroud in my deck for a hot minute, so that's actually really surprising to me. Yeah, I didn't anticipate that at all. Do-do-do. Ugh. Come on. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I don't even mind. I like this time that I have to contemplate. As I run out of time every single time. You're out? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna... after this game, I think I'm gonna restart my computer and shit, because this is the worst. And I can't ask people to listen to a stream where I'm just like bitching and moaning about circumstances. I'm so powerless. Like, I could totally beat this guy if I could just move my mouse. And this is your general has force field. Ah, sweet. Alright then. This Zix needs to go away. For the moment. Great, great. I'm sorry. I normally I talk more, but this is so maddening. If anyone's in here that hasn't been briefed yet, after this match, I'm gonna restart my laptop computer. I'm gonna restart my computer, and see if that does anything, and also see if it's just me. Gosh. So, this is Vath the Immortal, and learning what we know now about the Magmar. That's a really stupid name. They're all, all Magmar are immortal. So that's dumb. And we know that now. Come on. Whatever. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm. Stop screaming. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Wow. I really want to know what this looks like on the other side. Is he seeing my latency at all? I wonder. I don't know. I'll bet you it is likely because of the scripts. I put a lot of them in, so good God, to have an AoE right now. Or a repulsor beast. That would be awesome. Why is his turn still going during my turn? This sucks. Stop it. Wow, a lot happened. Yeah, I don't really have anything. No, I've got nothing. There's no salvaging it.